What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 168, and today is a couple days after the Super Bowl. And you know who wasn't invincible? Them Chiefs. That's crazy. What's up, Chris? How you feeling today, Brody?
Congratulations, Philadelphia. This is a tough one, you know.
Yeah.
This is seeing the Eagles fly everywhere for a whole year is gonna be rough, but
Man.
you know, they stacking them up. They got two of them things in my lifetime now. That's crazy. And that team gonna be back. So tough week, but you know, the NFC East is back up. So how you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Super excited to get into today's episode because we're talking Invincible. And I gotta say, bro, you know, actually first, the Eagles thing, I wanted to see history made, but I'm not mad that it wasn't made. I'm gonna say that. Like, I wanted to see like what the actual three people look like, but I'm not mad that Saquon and Jalen Hurts won. And it just made that freaking Hard Knocks episode legendary, bro.
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
yo, how do you have your job? How do you have your job, man? I'm the person who fires everyone. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. The day after the Super Bowl, fired.
I don't know how both of them still got their jobs, the coach and the GM. But that's not it for us to decide. But it's just crazy. And I'm forever gonna be a fan of Hard Knocks now. I gotta watch every single one because it just made that moment even crazier, you know? I don't know how they're gonna top that this year. I don't even know if they announced who's gonna be in it for the preseason or whatever. But
I don't know yet.
I'm gonna let y'all rock for like a week. After this week, I'm gonna need y'all to relax. Okay? I got people at the gym, full gear, green hair, going crazy. And I'm just like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, you know, I get it, y'all won, but you don't have to work out next to me. Go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. That's why I'm happy that we getting snowed in, because hopefully by the time all the snow is gone, so will this championship, or they got be gone too. But let's get into today's episode. Today we're gonna be talking to Invincible, and we got a 3-pack. You know, date kind of snuck up on me. Then I forgot that it was even coming out. Happened to see a tweet that wasn't spoiling. Not a tweet, but a thread that wasn't spoiling. And remind me, I was like, oh, if it's out, say less. Still getting ads, but it is what it is. Chris, just first reactions to the news that it was a new season. Did you care? Or is you just like,
I had to double check with you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I texted you. I was like, are you sure? Because I was trying to find something to watch.
Yeah.
And Invincible is trending, but I clicked on it and it did not have a new episode. So I think they were preparing to drop it or something. And then it came out. Yeah, and then it came out like the day of or the next hour or whatever, or the next day. So I was so confused. I was like, are you sure? And then I Googled and it said something like the next episode comes out in like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. So I was like,
yeah.
I just checked. And then sure enough, I opened it back up. Boom. Episode. So I forgot. Yeah, I definitely forgot. I thought it was coming back in January. But I just didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on Twitter. You know, the algorithm go crazy nowadays, so I don't be getting the updates like I used to on important stuff. But I'm glad it's back. I had a show ready to watch, and I was hyped after watching like the first initial episode. But how are you feeling pre-episode and after the episode?
I was not checking for that joint until it popped off, and I was like, oh, I got something to watch. Because initially, I was watching the new Spider-Man TV show, animated Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
It came out?
Show. Yeah, that joint came out. So I watched like the first episode of that, and then saw that Invincible was out. Now it's like, okay, Spidey, I'm already playing the game. I just beat the game on stream last night. So
dang,
you know, I'm out here. But
yeah,
I was like, I gotta watch Invincible, bro, because this joint gotta go crazy. And it did, bro. It did. From first episode, I'm like, yo, Lil Cuz growing up, bro. This is crazy.
yeah.
Speed.
This is crazy.
Speed. But where to start? How are you feeling about the 3-pack, bro? I think that's my favorite rollout. Before we get too deep into the episode, I did want to ask you about that.
I definitely do like the three piece. These episodes did feel kind of long. Maybe they're like around 48-ish minutes. But yeah, three was really cool with me. I ended up splitting it up anyway. Like I watched one and then I came back to the other two later. So it helped me out. I like it. I feel like we got through a good chunk of the story because it did kind of feel like welcome back to Invincible. Where were we again?
Yeah. Love a good training arc though.
Especially the first episode was kind of like let's get back into the whole superhero thing where everyone's at. Let's fight this person, then let's get back to the main the kiddo storyline.
Yeah.
Watching Mark deal with all this.
Yeah.
Watching Mark deal with Cecil, and it really felt like, okay, now I'm back into it. And we stop after episode 3 at a point where I want more.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
And not only do I want more, it's kind of like I feel like the next 3 potential episodes is going to be a large chunk that I'm going to be interested in. Where I remember that 2-part split with that big gap. That was tough. Because some of the episodes didn't feel as consistent, where at least this 3-pack felt like nice intro back to everything, seeing everybody. We get a little bit more Mark and Kiddo and Cecil stuff for the last 2. So I like the three piece. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's my favorite rollout. Like, I don't mind when they drop once a week because it's just getting me more excuses to watch different shows. But when they drop the whole thing, I get a little bit anxious. I'm like, yo, how am I about to watch all of this before the podcast? Like, you know, like you gotta really, you can't just sit back and kind of just enjoy the thing because it's like it almost turns into a sprint. So for me, I think the 3-pack is the one. After watching Arcane season 2, I was like, nah, 3-pack is kind of elite, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah.
So I'm liking the way that things are going. I think for me, I like the fact that we get just straight into Invincible and like his journey. Like, yo, these youngsters are gonna come back eventually, so I gotta get right before they come back. Like,
yeah.
I was like, yo, and it was funny because like they're spending so much money that we don't even know if they even have a budget, but obviously they do because this man Rex is complaining about everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, how do you even keep making something heavier? Like the way they were doing it, like, yo, what is this technology? Who are these people that can like, cause like the way they were explaining his strength, it doesn't like he's 100% more stronger than he was previously. I'm like, yo, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
You know, for him to still not be invincible. You know, because I feel like that's the whole point of the name. It's just like, yo, he's invincible, bro. Like, really, he not, because he might be getting bodied, bro. Like,
he still got bodied these episodes.
He lifting all his weight, but he still ain't learned how to fight yet, which I don't get. I don't get no training, no boxing training, no nothing. We just try to make you as impervious as possible. But you know, as far as like how to start the 3-pack, I really enjoyed that part because it's like also there's like he has like a newfound drive, like on top of wanting to protect Earth, but having a little brother and a mother and like all his loved ones. Essentially, it's like, all right, now there's a new level of pressure that I'm not really used to, but I have no choice but to get used to. Because like to me, I think in this 3-pack, Mark gets a little sappy, bro. What do you think? Like I think he's giving a lot of woe is me type energy.
Yeah, I think you're hitting on something that a lot of people would probably miss. He's feeling that weight of his family being pressed on him.
Yeah.
And having to defend them and not going through a scenario where the villain comes through and potentially murders your whole family. Like
Mm-hmm.
he realizes how much he's got to level up, and it's definitely weighing on him these episodes. Trying to bear all of that responsibility, trying not to make the mistakes he made in season 1, season 2.
Yeah.
Because now he realizes how serious it's getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, come on, he was slipping up the last season at the end. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of scenarios where it could have ended immediately, and
mm-hmm.
Mark done go down an extra dark path. But
yeah,
I can kind of feel what I get the vibe that you're describing though, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was your favorite episode though, out of the 3?
I mean, I do like episode 3 probably better than episode 2. I just like the way episode 2 ends with the
Yeah.
you know, we go, like, what are we doing here? And it's like I'm trying to protect people from you, and there's like they just pull up on them in that all
Yeah.
white like
White room. Yeah.
room, like a
Yeah.
whole nother dimension. But then in that episode 3, I just love when they make that white room go all red, and there's like even more. I'm like, yo, this is so cool. So
Yeah.
it's just weird because the end of episode 2, I just really love.
Mhm.
But I would say overall episode 3. Episode 3 has a lot of good things. It really shows the difference between Cecil and Mark, their whole dynamic, their whole alignment on their morals and
worldview.
whose side they're on. Yeah.
Mhm.
And ultimately that being spit back on Mark and what's his brother's name?
Oliver.
Yeah. Oliver, and Oliver just being a kid and not understanding the gravity of the situation, but especially him kind of realizing what Nolan has been saying the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
yo, these dudes are ants. Like, humans
are
nothing.
Too much Kendrick, bro.
Yeah, like
they not like us, bro. Yo, that's what you realize.
And he's a kid, and
yeah,
that's something that
that's dangerous. Yeah,
that Nolan never really brought up to Mark because he was a normal kid the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He was waiting to see if that Viltrumite blood would come about, and it really wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So with his brother kind of just accelerating this whole process, as a kid, he's like, yo, I'm faster than these kids. I'm stronger than these kids. Wait, I'm stronger than these adults. Wait a minute, I'm better. I'm the best. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, yo, dad is right. I don't know what dad is. He's right. And I think that's what just makes episode 3 amazing, because we go from Mark and Cecil having that split and their worldviews, and then we go straight to Mark and Oliver having that split. And I just think it's a really, really well-crafted episode. Okay. But what was your favorite episode?
I'm gonna have to go with 2. I'm gonna have to go with 2, because I think 1 was like a good episode to just get us back into it. You know what I'm saying? But I think 2 for me was like really set the tone for like what's next, because we get to learn like Cecil's origin and like how he became who he was, and like how similar he and Mark thought when when he was young, where it's like it didn't matter, like if it didn't matter,
bad guy.
It's a bad guy. A bad guy's a bad guy. You gotta go to jail, you know?
Yeah.
And then
good point.
He took over the jail and like
I wish they would have showed that, bro.
I'm like,
they should have showed that.
How did he do that, bro? Like,
they could have had a quick snippet where, like a year, a few months go by, some stuff gets corrected. He beating some people up. He's smuggling something here and there. And now he's running
now
it.
he
But
the
they just
boss,
cut.
bro.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. How did he do that? And there's all these superpower people in there. But I think for me, the greatest bar in Invincible history so far has been the bar that the first director of was it GSA or something like that? GAD?
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
forgot
Whatever
what
the
it is.
organization is that Cecil runs, where he said that dang, what'd he say? He said something about heroes. So it's like you could either be the hero or you could save the world.
Yep.
And I was like, nah, that's a crazy thing to say. Because I think it was you could be a good guy or you could save the world.
Yeah.
Because that were the stakes. You get the point. You get what I'm saying. Like that, those were the stakes. And because, he was so naive at that point, he couldn't understand it until he was met with the same situation that Marcus met with when Darkwing saves them from Dr. whatever, Earthquake, whatever his name is. And he's the one that, helps break them out and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, I have a problem with this, but they can still make up for what they did. Doesn't mean we have to forget it, but it's like, yo, like they quote unquote deserve a second chance. And Mark is just like, nah. Like, yo.
Yeah. And it is really much like a second chance ideology that he's evolved, but also
hypocrisy.
Who else do we have to, if we got to stop this person, we got to stop Thanos.
Yeah.
And we have to recruit a villain just to give us a little bit slight edge to beat him. We got to. But mainly overall, he's come to realize like maybe there is a light that you went down a dark path right now. That doesn't mean you're always going to be down that path, because some people just think, hey, throw that person in prison and just leave them there to rot forever. And some people believe, yo, you go to prison, you get out, you already done your time. That shouldn't be like a stain on whatever you did. But and Invincible's episodes do a great job of, can we even trust Darkwing? Like, we got his eye on him, but Cecil has his eye on him too. But it's like, yo, this squad's already garbage. Like,
but that's the thing. That's where the headcanon comes in, because at this point, the first director said that he fixed the people that blew up Cecil's face and his whole body. And what does that mean? Like, is this still even the Darkwing that we knew before? Does he have some type of implant that's making him be subservient? Or like, what's the deal? We don't know, because Cecil doesn't tell us anything. He just, when you're knocked out, he'll put a little device in your head that makes you get a headache. So it's like, yo, there's no way we can trust Cecil, but I gotta respect, how we got here, because if we don't see that flashback, we don't have the same reaction we do when Marcus met with that same situation later on. And now on top of that, he has to explain to his brother that is growing rapidly why we don't kill.
Yeah.
When he has killed. And like, because Oliver doesn't have like the experience of like what Mark had when he was a kid to understand like how precious life is. Right now, he can't see why he should care about these people that he don't know.
Yep.
When they doing bad things, like, because they even said in the shows like, okay, maybe the first one was an accident, but that second one was like, yo, nah.
Yeah, you're a bad guy.
That's the Invincible boy right there. I mean, that's Omni boy right there.
Omni boy.
Yeah. So, I'm just
and
like, yo, this
also
is crazy.
they have that whole like Civil War division within the Guardians too.
Yeah.
And it does kind of show you how some people are like, yeah, Cecil's not going to change. He's like never going to trust us. We're weapons to him. He only looks at us a certain way. And some people are like, yeah, he does only look at us a certain way, as in like we're a weapon, but we're a weapon for good. He knows he can utilize us. He knows this thing is our group is a thing of good. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here without this dude. So it a lot of those two episodes really collide with that idea of, well, are we in the second chances or not? Like, how many second chances do you get?
Yeah.
And even if you get a second chance, are you even deserving of it? Like, because think about it, Omni Boy is on a dark path right now, but
Yeah.
he gonna get all the second chances from Mark. But even Cecil was like, hey man, everyone's just shocked that they're not used to seeing a kid do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So willingly too. That's what's crazy. Like, he pulled up for the smoke, you know?
And hey, Cecil gonna give him a second chance. Like, hey, he's a kid. Don't go too hard on him, you know?
Yeah, but my thing is like, I don't understand. Like, cause when they officially first, in the flashback, when they officially first meet Omni-Man, and he gives them the whole spiel of like why he's there and stuff like that, and what their goal is and stuff like that. He was basically saying like, yeah, you don't give everything for nothing.
Yeah.
So basically saying like, he's not telling us the whole truth, but what are we going to do about it other than let him help us until we can figure something out? It's like, yo, you're taking a major risk with the cards that you're being dealt. Now you have two of them, two more, with supposedly more on the way, where it's like, yo, just as easily, like, because it's like Invincible's whole thing is the fact that like it's like the double entendre of the thing. Like, we never get to see him being invincible, really. You know, it's always something that's like bringing him down, breaking his body, breaking his spirit. And they're showing us in just these 3 episodes the setup for what it's going to be like when Nolan finally makes his return, whenever that's going to be. That is when we're going to hit like the apex of, yo, who deserves a second chance or who doesn't. Because like, if we don't get those moments, all of this build up will be for nothing, you know? And that's what has me super excited, because it's like, yo, right now Omni-Man is seen as like the worst person to ever touch Earth.
And you got to think about just that. When he meets him, he still gives him a chance to like, he can be a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he can do good. Like, we can't stop him. So he can, if he does good, then that helps us.
Yeah.
But start building that file. But right now, he's seen as the worst, most despicable thing ever on Earth. But literally, he came to Earth to subjugate it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. He came there to conquer it for his own people, yet he didn't.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, now he's a good guy, but it's just like, literally, there is a clear gray area of, is Omni-Man good or bad? Is he good or bad? If he was meant there to do that mission, he definitely didn't do it. Does he still think humans are ants? Probably, but
yeah.
So this season of Invincible just already has a lot of stuff going for it that I love.
Yeah, because even in the first season, wasn't the whole reason why he bodied all of the little the group or whatever, the Justice League, I forgot what they called, right? But he bodied them because the Guardians, because he found out Mark had powers and he didn't want them to be scared of him or something like that. Like, it was like as soon as Mark get his powers, all right, now it's just us. Now nobody else is gonna be stronger than us or stronger than you.
Like, I mean, my memory, I thought it was something like that.
Because, like, if that's the case, yes, that's an evil thing to do, but that's what makes it weird, because it's not something that was like it's not, there's no real motive in a sense other than family that could like quantify, like, yo, they're like, he wants for nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing. Like, he's done up until this point, he's only helped us.
He's only helped Earth.
Yeah. And then boom, Marcus's powers. All right, now I gotta tap in. We gotta start to do the thing.
Yeah.
You know? Mark doesn't want to do it. Oh, dang, I leave. I try to beat it into him, but he wasn't listening. I can't kill him. So I'm gonna go dip off real quick, go get a side chick, and have a baby, and see if we could do this the right way. You know?
Yeah.
That goes wrong. Son comes to help. Like, there's a lot that goes into nobody being perfect, because
yeah.
And it's like, where is the line that you start to judge these people?
And it goes for like every character. It even goes for Debbie.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally raising your husband's second wife's son, or whatever they'd be in relation. He literally dropped off another baby at your doorstep, and now you're raising it.
Yep. And he calls you mom.
It calls you mom, everything. And he's nowhere to be found still. So it's like, even for Debbie, like, where's the second chance? Is there still good in these people?
Yeah.
And for every person, it's gonna be different. And for every person, that reason can drive them to literally murder, to literally be a bad guy. And we even saw that episode with the two villains who they couldn't even
try to go straight.
And they showed everything. They showed them getting jobs. They showed them the ovens on the burger joint not working. They showed them getting evicted, the rent done raised. They're on the corner, yo, give me some money, please. I don't even know what to do. And then they're like, bro, we've had these powers. We're just gonna have to steal. I don't know.
Ain't nothing else we could do.
But do they deserve a second chance? You know what I mean? If they could have a stable job, they'd probably be on the right path. But hey, Mark would say, nah, not Mark. Oliver would say, yo, they bad guys. Bow! But
it's crazy, bro. It's a crazy conundrum. Okay. Where to go next? Let's talk about even Mark real quick.
Hey.
I think for me, this was like foreshadow crazy that this was going to happen. Even at the end of the last season, whatever, where you see the future Eve, and she's like, go tell her how you feel. I don't want to be lame my whole life, whatever her explanation was. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I don't see how this is gonna work. You know, like, unless they can, like, because they quote unquote say that, like, they can be completely honest and, like, they are in the same world and stuff like that. But, like, Eve is actively trying to get out of it. You know, like, she wants to use her powers, but she doesn't really want to be a hero like that anymore.
Yeah.
Versus Mark is just like, yo, I got all this pressure. I got to raise my little brother. Got to teach him right from wrong, but also got to get strong enough for whenever these Viltrumites come, I can hold them off and maybe save my dad if he's still alive or something like that. Like, there's no way this works.
Yeah.
In the way that they kind of setting it up to where it's like, they gonna get tired of just sitting on that roof, bro. You know? Like, they kind of just like, it's not Amber. You know, like, it's not.
He was dancing around it, y'all.
It's not Amber, bruh. You know, where I feel like they had an actual connection, and it's more so like they said it in this episode. It's like, oh, I wanted you, but you was with this person. I wanted you, but you was with this person. Now we both single. and we should just try this and then see what happens.
Yeah.
And I give him a break. They could try and see what happens, but I just can't see it, bro. This man Mark too unstable, man.
Yeah, they definitely go the route of like, it's tough for a celebrity to date a non-celebrity type thing.
Yeah,
where it's just
two
our
different
lifestyles
worlds.
are so drastic, that the casual things just can't happen.
Yeah.
And when you both are celebrities, they're both being superheroes, at least they can kind of understand, like, yeah, every day we're not gonna be together. It's just the way it works. Sometimes his face gonna be beaten up. I just have to expect him to be back because I'm just glad he came back. We fighting bad guys in space.
Yeah.
Versus like, yo, you about to die, and I can't be every date you don't show up. I can't be worrying like, yo, are you alive? Like you could literally be dead right now. So I get it. I kind of don't feel like it's gonna work either.
Yeah.
But it's just very ominous with a lot of these types of shows where they already have like a future person. And it's like, oh yeah, like you messing with the past. Like we won't really know like what works, what's good or bad, but we'll know what this reality brings forth. And it just seems like whenever you mess with it, it just brings something worse. Like
Yeah.
like maybe it brings like heartbreak, and they're together. She gets pregnant, and then like she gets murdered, and Mark goes
Oh,
crazy.
dang.
You know what I mean? It just always reminds me of like scenarios that it seems
It
good.
just go
Oh,
bad.
everything lines up, but like,
Yeah.
hey, if y'all weren't together in the first place, he wouldn't have gone crazy. Like,
Right.
so,
Right.
we'll see how it works out. But I get where you're coming from. It's not as
It's too amicable, like the way they're going about it. Like it's too
just like,
like,
yo, let's get him get a girlfriend again. Let's get
yeah,
him back
like
in
it
the
feels
relationship.
written. That's what I'm trying to get like to. It like it really feels written versus like it being something that's like comes like naturally, like how the other one did. And I don't know.
Because he did have sort of like that whole lover boy thing with her initially.
Yeah.
But it's more like Mark ain't been with nobody anyway, so of course he gonna
Right.
be like, oh yeah, I like her. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Keep one on her.
But it is weighing on him about that whole future reference and probably his initial feelings. Like, well, I always thought there was something special. Like, let's explore it. So I
Yeah.
get it. It's just everything's a little too like flat right now to
It's
really
early.
feel like
Like I said, it's early, and it's like even the superhero stuff. He had a moment where he was like, "Oh, I can't lose her." Da 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 da. Brain shut off. I'm just like, "All right, bro, relax." Like he was not thinking about her 2 seconds ago. Like like I get it whenever it's Amber and she don't have no powers, but like Eve seems
that
to be
might be
like
it.
the strongest, like
she is
power
like the next
wise. Maybe not strength wise, but like power wise, like she can literally do almost anything. It seems like to where it's like, come on, bro, like I need you to pay
it
attention
did
to what's
seem a
going on.
little forced. A little forced.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And Amber done moved on anyway, so
yeah, Tyler.
All's well that ends well.
Hey yo,
You know what
Invincible. You gotta roll up on Tyler's dorm. Just like that gonna be one of the little like end credit scenes on Invincible.
No way. Speaking of end credits, bro, we gotta talk about Omni-Man and the alien. What's his name? It's something the
Alan.
alien. Alan the alien. There we go. This man,
they didn't appear, right? Did they?
Huh?
Did they appear in these 3 episodes or no?
Yeah. It was at the it was always at the end. It was always at the end, like the end credit scenes. Like,
oh, I must have missed it, bro. I must have missed it.
So like it was all they showed was basically Alan was like having more conversations with Nolan and basically becoming quote unquote friends. And Omni-Man was telling them like, yo, like they're gonna cut you in half and they're gonna do all these things to you, but Alan the alien was like, bro, nah, I'm really like that now. Like I'm mega strong. I'm mega strong now. And it's like all they can do is get a even bigger laser. And it was like a giant laser. And he was still good after. So like they're building a connection that there's gonna be a jailbreak at some point. So I'm excited for that. I can't believe you didn't see that part.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Is that the end of the first episode?
I don't remember which episode it was the end of, but it was the end of an episode for sure. It was 2 end credit scenes. 100%.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, I gotta watch. I'm gonna watch it right after this pod, bro.
Dang, so we can't even talk about it. Okay, well, next week.
Yeah, I know. Episode 3 had one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say episode 2 was like something normal.
Dang,
I can't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember what happened in the shows. I think one of them was like when they moved back into the team's house or whatever like that, and it was showing them around the.
Maybe I feel like that was
the
just
building.
in the episode. I know at the end of episode 3. How'd you feel about the reveal of
Brainiac guy
Armstrong?
Amstrom.
What?
Amstrom?
Yeah, sure.
Amstrom.
The main bad guy of episode 2. Well, technically he's been in episode 2 or season 2.
Yeah.
Being back and being the person spying on Mark this whole time all over again.
I'm like, bro, get a life. That's how I feel at this point.
I mean, I can't, but do you even have a theory on how he's alive?
No, I don't know how he's alive unless he just survived that one moment. But they said he was dead, so maybe it was another one.
I know. It just seems like they're about to big brain us with like he sent like a fake version of him to fight Mark, and it was just like a test run to see if he could defeat Mark, and he knew he couldn't. It's just so wild that he's back. I did not expect that already.
Deeper plot. It's a deeper plot that I just can't even fathom at this point. Because like when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'll see that when I get there. You know, like it was not the main thing on my mind. The main thing on my mind was Oliver, because it's like, yo, this man is a mini Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to teach him and he fully get it without him having more experience? And how do you keep taking that chance that he's not going to freaking catapult somebody's head off again?
Hey, Nolan got to come back, bro. He got to stay.
Bro, you're the resident dad on this podcast, so we're going to look to you for advice at this point.
Hey, I'm giving you hey, dad gonna come back and say, hey, young buck, you gotta slow down. Your temperature running too hot right now. You know, you on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they already weaker than you. You don't gotta just let them live their life. You got your own. You got bigger and better things to do in this universe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just feels like it's very, very much geared up to. You know, you're not my dad. You're not dad. Dad would know what I'm going through. Dad would know.
You're not my dad. Sorry.
Yeah. And Mark is just totally not prepared for this kid.
He's not. He's not ready. He don't got the answers, Sway.
I don't know how many times he was just like blindly like, what are you doing here? You're not listening.
I don't.
Like, he's never listened to you one time. Nope. I don't get it.
And you expect him to listen. Like.
And he's faster than you now, Mark. Like, Mark be dumb, bro. He'd be dumb. Like, it will take one day for him to be able to beat you, Mark.
Hey.
Like, he think
it's gonna be a 2v1?
Bro, he about to beat Mark up in their own house and say, like, yo, this is my bedroom now. Like,
she don't want no puppy. She want a big dog. You know? 6'7". It's like, no. I just think
like you agree there's no way in like a month from now when he hit that 10, 11, 12 range, Mark is done for.
He got double alien genes. So
yeah.
It's like, does that equate to quickness, or was Mark really not trying? Because he did outmaneuver him, technically, you know? And it's just like, he doesn't know the limits of his strength, and the only way Mark knows his limits is if he tests them. So I don't know, bro. I just think Oliver's a problem. Like, I'm with Cecil low key, but not with him, because it's like, yo, what do you do? Putting an implant in somebody's head is not the thing that you do. But it's like, yo, there's nothing that they could do, bro. Like, they literally just stuck. They just gotta hope that they are on their side. And it's like, you keep simultaneously proving that you're not on their side. You're on Earth's side. So I don't know, bro.
I definitely will at least. Cecil's gonna come up with a plan, of course. But I will at least say Cecil.
Too big brain for me.
It was so strange that Cecil would tell Mark exactly how he's able to stop him from flying and stop him and what he did to implant him. But it kind of goes to show that Cecil does believe what he's like standing on exactly what he said.
Yeah,
like
standing on business.
We're coming up with plans to defeat you in case it goes wrong, but don't mistake that for like we don't trust you, because I wouldn't be telling you how we're stopping you right now if I didn't trust you. You know what I mean? Like, deep down, if he knew how to defeat him, he would have never told him like, yo, I got something implanted way deep down your brain that you can't like pull out.
Yeah.
Like, bro told him everything. So clearly Cecil's just so confident, like, we got plans to stop you. Do we think all of them are gonna work? Probably not.
Yeah.
But our ultimate plan is that we believe you're gonna be a good guy. Like, we believe you're gonna end up doing more good than bad. And stop whining, stop being arrogant, stop. Listen, bro. That's what Cecil's saying. Like, yo, listen. And then now Mark's dealing with this brother where it's like,
but how can he listen when at every turn he has a contingency?
So it's kind of like Cecil can't actually stop Mark.
I know.
But Mark's not listening to Cecil anyway. Just like Mark is dealing with right now, he can't stop his brother.
Yeah.
His brother's not listening to him at all. So it's just kind of like, you got to get past this. Like, like Mark is not going to murder his brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Cecil deep down does not. I don't think he can murder him, but he's like, bro, I'm a plan to. But the best plan is, yo, you gotta listen, bro. You gotta relax. Like I said, I don't think you're like your dad, but chill out. Like, chill out.
I just think that if they put as much time into like trying to taking what they learn and then applying it to like whatever defenses that they can put together, versus like trying to create something that could stop him, they'd be a little bit better off. Because the people that be going crazy in this joint, I'm like, yo, they should not be able to get away with this. They like, these villains are not really crazy like that, you know, for them to be struggling like the way that they do.
Yeah, I think they do a good job of showing how weak the Guardians actually are compared to Mark and Eve. Like, they do show that though they're very special. They're very, very strong humans. So it makes
like,
sense why
this is
like
literally the B team outside of Immortal. This is literally the B team, C team, really. And
it feels like it. They sent the backups in to kill the twins, bro, and the twins mopped them.
Mopped the floor with them, bro. So, I don't know. They're in a rough spot. But all we could do is wait at this point. Because I don't know. There's so many thoughts in my head, bro. Like, I'm scared that Oliver is going to mess around and kill Mark's mom. On accident.
Maybe.
Because they be
that'd be
bringing,
crazy.
they be
That'd be an
bringing
A
youngins
tier
back from
episode.
death. They be bringing youngins back from death like easy. So I don't know if it'll stick, but it's just like they, like if you know your strength that much to where it's like you don't, because like when you're that strong and you hug somebody, how do you not make sure you don't break their back?
Mm.
You know, like if you're able to have that kind of muscle control to be able to do all those things, I don't see why getting stronger is the only answer to the problem. Because at this point, if you ask me, I think the main issue with Mark is that he doesn't have any experience. And he has experience, but his experience is getting beat up. And then losing a little bit of control, and then somebody either stepping in for him to be able to deal the finishing blow, or winning on some type of technicality that, like, if that didn't happen, he would have got bodied. You know, like he might not have died, but the situation would have been terrible. You know, because I think if we think about the experiences that Oliver is going through right now and learning on the job, Mark did the same thing, but it doesn't seem like Mark done learn nothing. You know, and I'm just like, bro, like, he need his daddy, bro.
I know, bro.
He need his daddy. That's the real thing. Like, he need his daddy, bro. Like, that's the only way he gonna get tough. So, I don't know. What y'all think in the comments? Let us know. Let us know. You got anything else for these first 3 episodes that we haven't talked about? I'm trying to think of if we missed anything.
Not really. I think pretty solid.
How do you feel about like the kind of almost censorship? Like it's not as gory and stuff like that. Like the robot men had brown blood instead of blood. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I was fine with that. But the mutant guys had full on blood.
Yeah.
I still think it's pretty gory.
Yeah.
I mean, they had that whole opening scene in episode 1 where they're on the steps and it was going
ripping cuz head off.
Yeah. So I still think it's good. Invincible is just known to be extremely gory. So yeah, I think it's still at the same level.
Okay. Yeah. I just think people like to nitpick. I figured I'd bring it up to see if you saw it.
I mean, they're robot zombie things. I wouldn't expect their blood to be pure red or whatever. Like,
yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't even expect them to have blood. I would think it'd be like some type of like oil anyway. But hey, that's my brain.
Yeah. Okay, last thing. Hypocrisy. What do you think about Mark being so easy to judge people when they've all kind of taken lives, or essentially like caused somebody's life to be taken? Like, Young has been getting bodied in this show, but nobody's hands are clean. Like, we talked about it a little bit, but like just the hypocrisy of that conversation between him and Cecil. Like, what did you think about that, bro?
I mean, I just think it's Mark's character. He's like the normal good guy superhero that's trying to make it. And you know, I just feel like Nolan had the more it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if I have to murder someone, and so be it.
That slice and dice was tough though.
The slice and dice.
Yeah, remember he was slicing people.
Oh yeah. Half. But from Mark, it's just kind of like, because he still has that human element, he always wants to justify all his actions as like he had to, or this was, and like his brother kind of has it the same way Nolan had it. Like,
yeah,
as a bad guy, I didn't want them to do bad things. They gone.
Yeah.
And Nolan kind of understood too. Like, I can make it look all nice and clean, like I'm a superhero, but yo, if they trigger me just a little bit too much, hey, clean up my dirty mess. I still got the job done, but hey. So it's just Mark's character to me. Like,
okay,
It's a main thing of him being half Viltrumite, half human.
All right, last and final thing before we get out of here, bro. We haven't talked about this at all. What do you think about the new suit?
I'm not feeling it, but
too uniform or monochrome or whatever the term is.
Yeah, I think it's the eyes. I think the fact that
thank you,
the eyes match the suit so much. I don't know.
The eyes throw me off.
It's the same goggles, right?
Yep. Just is whack, bro. Just is whack. He should have had the thing like Oliver had. Like he could still have the cowl, but like have the little eye mask, like he's Batman, or Nightwing in this case.
It's just the eyes. I don't know. It might grow me in a little bit, but as soon as he threw it on, I was like, nah, we need to spice this up.
Okay. Well, let us know what y'all thought of Invincible's first 3 episodes of this part. Is this season 3 or is this still season 2?
Season 3.
Season 3 officially? Okay.
Welcome back, Invincible. We're counting on you.
Yeah.
Deliver.
I need y'all to go crazy. That's what I need. So let us know what y'all think in the comment sections below. But before we get out of here, Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
Well, football season's officially over, so
or has it just begun?
It's just begun. Yep, that's how you think about it. So I'm geeked about watching all this draft stuff. Figuring out these names, figuring out these players, just the potential. It's always exciting. And the only other thing I'm geeked about is Cap. We got a new Cap movie coming out.
Yep.
Gonna go see that this weekend. Very true. I'm planning on seeing it this weekend, but we'll see.
See how they do.
Yeah, I think I'm just this movie might set me back on that Marvel path of I'm more excited for Marvel stuff because lately I've just been letting these movies just kind of roll out and then I'll come watch them or I'll watch it. So hopefully this one is a solid Captain America movie. Ranks well in the Marvel universe because come on, we got this phase has got to start picking up, man. So yeah, Cap.
If it's not gonna be Cap, it's definitely not gonna be the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts, bro. Oh man, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So please,
no matter if they got Bucky and that's probably gonna be. But it's like no, stop.
It did not look good, man.
Yeah,
man. So come on, Cap. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. That's but funny. What you geeked about, G?
I'd say it's a couple things. So finished Night Agent today.
Nice.
And I don't know what I would give it. If I was to give it a score, I'd probably give it like a 7.5. And it's not because it's not good. It's just does not hit the scale of like the first season that was a lot more like, I'm not gonna say simple and to the point, but it's like this felt like the calm before the storm. Like season 3 is gonna be nuts. So I'm excited for season 3 of Night Agent. But if I just look at season 2 by itself, it was calm, bro. It was a little calm. Like I didn't feel that look over my shoulder, somebody's always after me type of energy that the first one had. I feel like that's that you know how when they talk about running backs and it's like you need a running back, they got juice. Like that's what that first season had, so this season was still good. It was still good, but it was like it was a little dry at certain points. But I can't wait for you to see it because I have one question that I want to ask you that might not make the podcast, but whenever you finish it, I'm gonna ask you because I have one thing that's like, bro, what was they thinking? I gotta get a second opinion. But other than that, I finished Interstellar today for the first time.
Wow.
And I get it, bro. I get it. But it's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of a like spectacle, like Marvel. Not Marvel, MCU Marvel, but like I was going to see stuff like I ain't never seen before, like in Avatar. But it was more, it's more just sad, bro. Like it was like deep. And I was just like, yo, this is rough. This is rough. And I finally got to the end. And I'm just like, yo, I gotta watch a YouTube video. Because what the heck? What is this fifth dimension? Like, it's not
it's
them,
one of those
it's
movies
us.
that
like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's one of those movies you watch again and you're like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
Yo, what was Matt Damon thinking, bro? Like, what?
Oh yeah, yo, I get him.
No, I get it, but it was just like, bro, that's a crazy movie.
Save me.
So, other than that, though, I'm excited to start God of War, the second game.
Dang. Mm-hmm.
We're getting through these games. I told y'all earlier I beat Spider-Man 2 yesterday. So, yeah, I think that's about it, man. Closing in on 700 subscribers on my personal YouTube channel. You know, so hopefully we hit that within this week. But other than that, man, I think that's it. Oh yeah, I was gonna go see Love Hurts, but it snowed today, so can't see that. But other than that, next thing I probably watch is gonna be Cap for sure, and we could do a pod on that Tuesday. So that's the plan, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If y'all did, smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more. We'll catch y'all next week. Stay geek. Peace.
Later, y'all.